whenever you're listening to it, it don't matter. Because that's all that matters is that you listening. And yes, there are things running amok this morning in the world of sports. Obviously, the breaking news on the docket is the fact that your boy Justin Tuck, who came to it's finally been excommunicated from the National Football League. And for some reason, some are saying that it's interesting that the what was the quote? We made a hard decision today, and we had to
a tough decision.
Yeah, Ravens make
tough decision.
Tough decision. Yeah, when your dude is caught like being a sexual deviant 16 different places. Yeah, it might be a tough decision to make for some people, but for most people, it's a pretty clear-cut decision. Like, yeah, bro, that's probably not what you want to leave with your organization. And some people was also speculating that he knew this was coming, which is why he was doing bad the first half of the year last year, missing field goals, missing extra points. But I digress. There's also things going on, of course, in the world of baseball, as my dog Fernando Tatis is what I think is the best baseball player in the major league right now. That's just me. And I will go to prove my point here in a moment. So we'll get into that here shortly as well. And in addition to that, the semifinals are upon us with regard to the NBA. So we will definitely talk about the Golden State Warriors and whether or not they're going to make it all the way to the end. We know that LeBron is out. We know that some of the folks we thought was going to make it is out. But there's still a whole thing going on with these with these playoffs. And even though the Magic didn't make it sound good. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. It's a stand-up sports bar, baby. Let's kick it right now. All righty, man. So like I said, it's the finals. Yes, baseball. Yes, and of course, football. And we're starting off with Justin Tucker, who was accused of sexual misconduct by 16, bro. 16, bro. It's just like that's a little much. That's 16. That's
definitely not sweet.
Much,
definitely not sweet. Definitely not sweet.
It ain't no sweet 16. Here's the thing I've always not been able to understand, Ty. Like, all right. Me and you are not rich athletes, movie stars, anything like that. But
speak for yourself, sir.
Oh, okay.
I'm all the above.
Oh, okay. Can I hold something? You know what I'm saying?
That's not how you stay rich.
Oh damn! I know the whole time you was a whole movie star. I didn't read the memo.
Hey, look, that's how you got to move. Like you just a regular. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, got a regular degular, man.
With the thing. For me, I just feel like, all right. The point was, as what I perceived as, maybe not today, but there was a time 20 years ago we met that we were just average Joes, right? Even when we thought we was balling by certain standards, right? Yeah, but we never really had. I don't feel like I never had the urge to try to force sex in a place where it wasn't naturally happening. I don't understand these NBA, football, baseball. I don't understand these sports people, these athletes with multi-million dollars in their wallets, in their bank accounts, that can't go to OnlyFans, that can't go to the strip, that can't go to the, like, why do they have to go do this stuff with people that are unwilling? Like, help me understand that. The Robert Krafts, the Justin Tucks, the Deshaun, like, what? Why? Like, help me understand it. I literally don't get it.
You know, that's a good question. One that I really can't answer. I mean, I'm not them. I don't really operate. I don't really operate in that same mindset. But if I was a betting man, I would probably say that there is a lot of ego, and also a lot of trauma from these individuals that pursue and kind of prey on certain people. I think with Justin Tucker, you made a comment and you said, why not go and do an OnlyFans or go and get a, somebody out here that's into, rich football players.
Yeah.
And it's probably has a lot to do with proximity and convenience. So all of the women that have accused him have been, people that work at massage parlors and therapists, physical therapists, and those type of people. So the fact that has a consistent line of the same type of behavior with the same type of individuals, what bothered me the most about all of this was not just that Justin Tucker is a jerk who can't keep his pecker in his pants. It's more about how the Ravens handled this. I looked at their comments and their official statement and saying that this was a tough decision.
A tough decision.
A tough decision. Now, usually I can get on board with a tough decision. You know what a tough decision is, Vince? A tough decision is whether or not I want to take a job in California when my family lives on the East Coast. That's a tough decision. That's really going to change our lives, and it encompasses a whole lot of other people other than myself. That's a tough decision. You know what else is a tough decision? A tough decision is sometimes having that discussion with your wife where you have to figure out, what are we eating tonight? That's a tough decision. I mean, that's a tough decision. Sometimes you're like, I don't know. What are you feeling? I don't know. I maybe that always turns into a tough decision. You know what's not a tough decision, Vince?
What's not a
firing someone who's been accused of sexual misconduct with 16 women. I think at that point, that's a pretty clear cut, pretty easy decision. I don't think it takes a lot of thought. They're like, 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, we probably should let him go. This is getting out of hand. So when I hear the Ravens say it's a tough decision to cut this guy, and even down to the coach, when they talked to Harbaugh was like, I don't know anything. And that's how it should be. And we don't want to know anything. We just need him to kick the balls. And yes.
Well, I mean, because remember, I did. When you say kick the balls, that's funny. That's what the massage parlor was. That's what they was doing. Would you like us to kick the balls today, sir?
Yes.
I'm wondering, like, I already told you my experience. Like, contrary to popular belief, I was an athlete in name only in high school, and I did play kicker, starting defensive end for 2 games. Shout out to Oak Ridge. But in my tenure as a kicker for Lyman High School, I did also come into contact with one Sebastian Janikowski, who we knew was a whole vibe. Like, the dude kicked a 63. I mean, on the 50-yard line. I saw this motherfucker kick a 50-yard line, which is 63 yards, because you got to count the end zone. So when he went to Florida State, when he went over to play for the Raiders, I was like, this dude's crazy, because he was getting in trouble. He was making his field goals, though. But he was drinking. He was going to parties. He was a vibe. But he wasn't a sexual deviant. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was just a vibe. Like, I don't get why a kicker. I mean, I guess as a kicker, you don't get a lot of props. You're always like, oh, I hear like receivers and offensive players saying, man, I hate kickers. All you got but one job. Like, nigga, that's a hard-ass job, bro. And they get more points than most folks. Like, they got to do an extra point after every fucking touchdown. And they move the extra point meter like it's not as close as it used to be and shit. So I'm not trying to make excuses, but I'm just saying, like, the life of a kicker is one that isn't really necessarily glorified. I can understand wanting to make his life interesting. What I don't understand is involuntary putting yourself 16, bro. Yo, you could go to Thailand for 3 weeks and there will be no complaints about you, sir, because you basically got to fight them off. Like, hold on, wait, I want a massage. You know what I'm saying? I know, sir, you want a massage. I get it. Yes, yo, you want a massage. No. I want a massage. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to put them, you be like, no. I don't know what you thought. I dozed off. That's not what I came for. Justin, you got the money to be able to afford a trip to Phuket, to go to Bangkok, to go to South Asia, to go to LA, to go to Atlanta, to go somewhere where you can actually get it where they ain't gonna trip. Why go to a professional place where you are a target, where there are cameras, where there is a record, where they're gonna fuck with you? I don't understand it. Where is the sense? Where's the common sense? Now, it sounds like I'm trying to give them, like I'm trying to say, look, bro, if you're gonna be a sexual idiot, just do it the right way. And that's not what I'm trying to do. I guess I am. Because I don't think that being a sexual deviant, I think that the problem here isn't his sexual habits. The problem is the like him putting himself in the room with people that are not there for the same things and trying to force them into it as a professional player when you got the whole team name on your back. Now, you got to keep those things in mind. Here's what I want your help with, bro. Now let me clear that up because I feel like I'm not saying. I feel like it's not coming out right.
It's not. I'm listening. I'm like, that's exactly the definition of a sexual deviant. I mean, by definition.
I use the R. Kelly argument. All right, it's like R. Kelly. It's not the problem isn't that you want all these women. The problem is that you want A, younger women. B, that you're taking, from what I understand, their freedom away by not allowing them to do all these other things. My whole thing is you have the access to millions of women that will willingly do what you want. Don't do it with the ones that don't want to do it or the younger ones. What I'm saying with Justin is if you need a massage, go to Tinder. Go somewhere where women will voluntarily, because they really actually want to, they will give you a massage everywhere, wherever you want. And you don't have to worry about them filing a lawsuit because it's an amicable a mutual relationship, instead of going to a professional place of business and making these demands, if that's what's going on allegedly, and then expecting people to be like, yeah, that's cool. I just don't understand it. I genuinely don't understand it. I can understand. I don't excuse and I don't tolerate, and it's egregious, but I think that I would, if I saw like some incel who has no luck and I would understand more, even though it's still just as despicable. But I just don't understand people with privilege and power who need to take advantage of those without it. I don't get that.
And that's exactly, you just described why he chooses to go this route as opposed to the other options that are presently available. It seems as though Justin's whole thing is he wants to be able to dominate you. He wants to be able to take the choice out of your hand. If somebody comes into a room for a massage, you as the person who's giving the massage already have a plan. You have what you typically do, whatever your setup is and everything like that. You get ready to do what it is that you were certified to do, studied to do, practice to do. But when Justin comes in and drops the towel and you weren't prepared for that, that's him imposing himself on you at that point. So now you have a choice. You can remain uncomfortable, or you can leave out and think, because what I'm not hearing in a lot of the reports that came out was that he was like raping them. Like he didn't forcibly, like, he might have took his towel down and masturbated, and you don't have to stand there and watch him masturbate. Like, you could leave at that point, but there's so much shock that comes involved with someone who's not prepared for what you just are imposing on them in that moment. And I get it. So I don't blame any of the women But I do think that is what he's trying to do. He's trying to impose himself in a way that turns him on. Maybe he's aroused or turned on by that action, as opposed to going somewhere where he knows this is what's going to happen. This is freely, you know what I mean? It's one thing if he drops the towel and he's like, all right, let's go. And
right.
And he's like, what? And he pulls his towel back up. He's like, this is not what I was expecting. It's like, that's these type of people do that type of stuff, man. And that's why you'll never understand it, because it takes a certain type of individual to make this make sense when it comes to doing stuff like that. The people that go out and you see them in grocery stores walking behind women, jerking off in their pockets and jerking off in their like that. All of that is a prey. They're preying on those people. There's a certain level of control and dominance that you're trying to impose on people when you do that, whether you're staring them down and doing it. It's so
weird.
Well, that's why they call it devious. And that's why they call it devious. It's definitely not normal by any sense.
So creepy. Does this look like the dude who?
Absolutely, absolutely. That's not a good picture. Yes, he absolutely looks like a dude that is about to whip his dick out on you. Yes, yeah.
I'm just saying, look. I'm just saying,
that was not a good picture. That was not a good example.
Look, Justin Tucker.
That's not a good one either.
It's not. This one not. Yeah, you look. I got it.
He just dropped the towel. Yeah, he just dropped the towel just now. Like, what you gonna do with this? What you gonna do with this?
I'm two bags. He sold the 2
balls
Walmart at the massage parlor. Yo, look. This is the part. Look, okay, listen. This is when I wish we had a young lady on here. I wish there was somebody that could speak from the female perspective, because I would like to know. Like, listen, do you consider this man like completely unattractive, or would you? I mean, if I told you this dude had $10 million in the bank and was looking to cuddle with maybe some hanky panky, you know what I'm saying? Would you just say, oh hell no, like you would maybe with some of the other, with like I don't know, I can't think, but I would assume that they might be like, they would just be like, oh hell no, like they would with some people. Like they might be like, I need to know a little more or whatever. But
what women are we talking to? Because I think a lot of women are going to be like, you said 10 million. He's worth how much? I think I could. I've seen a lot of unattractive men out here with some very beautiful women, and it ain't because of their looks. Let's just put that out there. But you know what? It's us trying to come from a place of normalcy and make it apply to a person who is making erratical decisions. I think it makes sense to us to like kind of throw that to Justin, but I think Justin's whole thing is, I don't want them to be down with it. I want it to be me coming in and look, this is me, and you got to stand there and take it, and that's what turns me on, and let me talk to you nasty, and you like that, you know what I'm saying? He's watched way too many porn movies, and he's living out his porn star stuff with people that didn't get the same contract. They didn't know that this was what was going on. He's walking into scenes, and they're like, oh, what was happening? He's like, this is where Justin drops his towel, and it's like Justin commences some masturbating. He's like, yeah. Yo, so and look, I know we're making light of it, but it is a serious issue. It is a serious issue. But I think the most serious part of all of this is how the Ravens organization is handling it. It took them this long. They let this dude play the whole season with these allegations looming. And then coming into at the end of the season, they still didn't let him go. We're moving into the next season, and they decide that they want to release him after making such a tough decision. Oh my gosh, this was one of the toughest decisions we've ever had to make as an organization. And it just tough. It's screaming protect this white man and despite what he's doing, because I'm gonna be honest, the NFL's approach and how they dealt with the Deshaun Watson allegations was far different. I mean, it was top news. Well, first of all, it was the top news on every Sports Center episode. It was like they discussed it in heavy regards. Don't get me wrong. This was reported on by ESPN. I'm not sitting here saying that no one reported on it. It just didn't garner the same coverage. It was not continued for the distance of it it was. I understand that Deshaun Watson is a quarterback and not a kicker, and they're different positions in the NFL and garner different exposure. But they're both men. They're both in the same, work for the same organization, and they both are accused of the same crimes. There shouldn't be a difference. It shouldn't be a difference in the two. It shouldn't. So I think when I look at this situation and I see how it was handled, and then I hear the tough decisions and all, like, we didn't need to know anything. We didn't. Yeah, that's how it should be. And that type of stuff. When I know the conversations that loomed around Deshaun Watson during his allegations, and don't get me wrong, I think both of these guys have real major issues, and need to have some type of help, or not, because some people you can't help them because they don't want help. But the way that they were handled, it just doesn't scream fairness. It doesn't scream equality. It just seems like the Ravens were like, look, if it was just like 2 or 3, we probably could have just overlooked it. But the numbers started piling up, and we had to make a tough decision. And every time I see that, when I as soon as we talked about it and I saw it in the article, I was like, tough decision. What? Right? What tough. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah. What's so tough about 16 women accusing you of the same thing? It's like, exactly. It's like, yo, like, I'm always one of those people, like, if there's no truth to it, like, I've seen the accusations that have come up before with people that I know, and what I'm saying, it only comes up one time, and then what I'm saying, you find out later that the girl was mad and she just said it because she was mad. I get those situations, but those situations don't happen 16 times. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like that. Yeah. So once it starts to happen at more than once, yeah, man. Like, you more than likely did it, and any reasonable person would come to that assertion and be like, yeah, I don't know, dog. Like, yeah, man.
Well, let me read this real quick. I think this article actually gives a little bit of credence to what you're saying. This is an article written by Mike Florio that was published just yesterday, and it's titled "Ravens Made a Quote Football Decision, unquote, wink, comma, nod about Justin Tucker." Let's go read a couple quick paragraphs. The Ravens have been in a delicate spot from the moment the first allegation surfaced in January against kicker Justin Tucker. On Monday, they made an indelicate exit from the relationship. On one hand, there have been no findings that Tucker has done anything wrong in civil court, criminal court, or the court of Commissioner Goodell. Indeed, Tucker has unequivocally denied the numerous accusations of misconduct during massage therapy sessions. And by the way, I don't think, just to point this out, I don't think these aren't like side road. Oh, I'm going to the massage parlor at the Asian spot over in the plaza. These are people in the clubhouse, right? These
facility at the team facility.
Right. Yes. Yeah. So this isn't like some dude who keeps. This isn't Robert Kraft shit, right? This is a completely different thing. These are women that are like supposed to be.
And that's a whole nother conversation. That's a whole nother. Robert Kraft is a whole nother conversation.
Yeah. So let me finish this article real quick. So, on one hand, on the other hand, he plays a position that is interchangeable as they come, especially since Tucker has regressed from his previous perennial Pro Bowl level performance. When faced with the choice between a run-of-the-mill kicker who is creating a significant distraction and is due to make $4.2 million this year, and who isn't, it's a no-brainer. And with run-of-the-mill kickers available anywhere and everywhere, the Ravens were always going to be moving on from Tucker. They opted to do the dance, to wait until after the start of the new league year in March, when Tucker could be released with a post-June 1st designation and significant 2025 cap savings, to wait until after they could use a 6th-round pick on Arizona kicker Tyler Loop without their potential selection of a kicker during the draft being obvious, to wait until they could get a look at Loop during this weekend's rookie minicamp. The fact is, it was couched by GM Eric DeCosta as a quote-unquote football decision is no surprise. Players are released for football reasons all the time. There's no mechanism in collective bargaining agreement for challenging the constant churn of football decisions if the decision was influenced, as it likely was, in whole or in part by non-football reasons. The Ravens would have invited potential CBA issues by saying so. At a minimum, Tucker could have argued under the one punishment principle that the team's decision to release him in the aftermath of the allegations should short-circuit his pending personal conduct policy investigation. There's a lot more said in this. It's a very long article, but the gist of the story is basically, yo, we see y'all. We see y'all and what y'all did and how it was kind of messy. Like, y'all didn't treat this with the level of severity that I think that the victims that are claiming the allegations would have liked to see you do it as. And for that, I believe this reporter has put y'all on notice. We could sit and go into the Justin Tucker, how it compares to Kraft and how it compares to Deshaun Watson and all that, but I don't know, man. I don't know if we want to go down.
Yeah, nah. We don't have to. I think we made the point of the fact that it is unfair. Matter of fact, you know what? We might have to go into it because Black Ron just came, and I'm sure he's got something to say. I'm sure he's got something to say in regards to exactly what it is that I'm saying. Just probably in a more eloquent way, So if we could get is Reverend Black Ronathan?
My brother.
Hey. So glad to have you. This
I'm just leaving from the courthouse. Amen. I had to go see a judge about a baby mama. Amen. Today. Amen.
Lord, man.
So I'm already fired up, to say the least, because I had to stand in that room and not do no cussing. So I came to get my cuss on.
Well, let it on out, old boy, man. This is a safe place, man. Cuss the hell out of everybody. While you're here,
man, I want to apologize if I become unnecessarily combative today, gentlemen, because it was some shit I had wanted to say that I couldn't say. So if I say to one of y'all, bitch, you never loved me like that, no way, I'm not talking to you. I just want you to know I'm not talking to you.
All right, we'll keep that in mind, man. Well, listen, there's a couple things we was chatting on real quick, and if you got a topic, by all means, man, shoot it on out there. But before we move on from this one, we were talking about the allegations that have led to Justin Tucker's release based on the sexual misconduct accused by 16 different women. Now, again, like we were saying, these are not 16 women that work at a massage parlor somewhere in on the east side of Atlanta. These are not 16 women that are somewhere in a plaza in Baltimore. These are women that work for the Ravens, work like for the football teams. And so I mean, he has no respect. Well, 16 is a lot. The question is,
15 is a lot of anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, look, 1 is too much. All right, let me say that at the outset. But damn, once it got to double digits, my nigga, and they still had him on the team. All right, and this is what Ty was harping on. Ty was like, okay, the motherfucker been accused of 16 women for sexual misconduct, and the Ravens come out with the headline that says that they had to make a tough decision. So the question is it really a tough decision? Is it really a tough decision? Good morning, Solo. Oh shoot, are you not ready? Solo wasn't ready.
Oh, I'm ready. I just want to show y'all something. You know, y'all always picking at my podcast and everything, and these guys are working on my podcast right now. They are here putting my stuff together.
Okay.
They are.
Right. Hello.
Working
I like
it
how he
out
called
right
the
now.
cable company. I like how he called the cable company these guys.
Well, hey, I don't know how to put this shit together. Hey, I don't know how, but it's together.
He said it like Julio and Raymundo came over there for him personally. Like, hey man, come over here and hook my internet shit up. Boy, you shout out to Spectrum for sending 2 texts over there.
I like it though. Yo, that room dope, man. Hey, yo, Solo, that's dope, man. Hey, I like the Magneto shirt too.
Oh yeah, Solo, you wasn't here. You wasn't here. I just got out of court with my baby mama. So yeah, everybody catching it today. Everybody catching it today, man.
He used the phrase unnecessarily combative this morning. You know, so if you find him beefing with you, talking about, bitch, I wasn't looking at that. What you thought, bitch? It ain't what you thought. It was a spam call. Like, it ain't meant for you. It wasn't meant for you. You know what I'm saying? That's all he tried to say. But the topic of
like,
discussion for right now,
in the chat with us. Man, okay, so first of all, let me apologize. Because when I first saw the story come across the blotter, I thought they was talking about Justin Tuck from the New York Giants.
No.
So I was like, God damn it, not another one of us. Come on, black man. What we doing out here? So I was unnecessarily quiet about it.
Okay. Nah, fortunately not this time. This one is about Baltimore Ravens star kicker. If I'm not mistaken, he went to the Pro Bowl multiple times, right, Ty? And and he has been released officially. I guess there's multiple controversies within this, and we were just about to get off it, so we ain't got to spend a lot of time on it. But the multiple controversies, I believe, are why is this necessary? I pose the question to Ty, and I'll pose this to y'all before we leave. Does it make sense for y'all for men of high privilege and high, what I would say worth, and I don't mean worth self, I mean worth in terms of like financial. I don't understand them being unable to control their impulses around professional people when they could easily go somewhere and get professional sexual workers that will actually be willing to do everything you want. You want them to cup it, you want them to stroke, whatever the fuck, and they're not going to go and complain to your boss because they don't work in the organization. What is it that happens with the Justin Tuckers, the Deshaun Watsons, the Robert Krafts? What is it that why do I not? Why I gave an explanation. She's like, because we live in a normal world. They live in this God complex, whatever type of mentality. But do y'all? Because I know y'all have notoriety and celebrity of your own. Why do we not have that same impulse, or do we? I mean, what am I missing?
Okay, yeah. Let me first of all say that it's not going to be very easy for a upstanding man to understand what drives any form of sexual deviance or criminal behavior, because we're not made like that. So we're trying to seek understanding into his psychosis, not into him as a person. So for everybody listening, I want to make that differentiation, because Vince used the word understand. It's not like we saying we want to understand what pushes that particular man to do what he does. We're talking about men in general. So, and in men in general, it's hard for men in general, regardless of their occupation, popularity, success level, bank account balance, to control oneself. It's the reason why the laws exist that are out there now, because men have been too forward with your hands, too aggressive with your mouth, too refusing to take the word no for an answer. So one thing we need to understand right now and get laid out there right now is no woman should be brutalized, assaulted, made to feel uncomfortable, or made to feel objectified by any man under any circumstances, regardless of her profession or his. I just want to say that part first. Now, to really tackle what you're talking about, nobody wants to be treated like whom they are in this current society. Fat people don't want to be treated like they fat. They don't want to be called fat. Especially if people don't want to be treated or called, special needs or learning disabled or whatever the current term is. Hoes don't want to be called hoes or treated like hoes. Chumps don't want to be called chumps or treated like chumps. A simp don't want to be called a simp and treated like a simp. Even if that's what they do, even if that's what they do for a living. It pisses me off when people say that's Black Ron, that's just the comedian just.
Oh shit.
Or that's the comedian. No. Comedy is not who I am. That's what I do. So when you take a person and you deduce them to what they do and you treat them like that's who they are, it makes people not want to do what they do with you. So when you have a dude that has all of the financial resources and he finds himself in a situation a la Justin Tucker, a la Deshaun Watson, a la Shannon Sharpe, and you're like, hey, bro, why you just didn't pay for what you wanted? Because he don't want to be called or treated like a customer. See, in these people's minds, their mind is broken. They think that they're forming real relationships.
Wow.
You talk to any pedophile out there, he'll tell you he looks at that child like that child is also an adult that has the ability to decide to be in a relationship with him.
Is that true, Solo?
Yeah.
I
agree with it because they made.
Now hold on, stop, Solo. Vince. Now I be picking on him, but Vince, that was mean.
He walked right into it.
I'm talking about walk clean into it, eyes open, mouth slightly open.
But look.
So I was like, yeah, that's right.
Yep. And I'm right. Hey,
You're right.
I believe
it was the way he said,
yeah. That's right. Because I believe that they believe that they are in a real relationship. Don't bother. It don't matter. I believe what he said. Whether it's funny or not, I believe it.
Back in the day, when strippers used to make like $100 and that was a good day, back when we were first prepubescent gentlemen out here in these streets, I believe all of us went to the strip club the first time before we was 18, and you in there with $23, mesmerized. You done drunk a beer, threw $11, and had the best night of your life, and you walk out the door with $7 still. Like, man, this was amazing. This the strip club. I love Diamond. And then you turn around and now you Myron, Vince. I always make sure you get home safe, Diamond. and then these dudes mind, he go see Diamond every Thursday with that direct deposit fresh on his card, and he go spend that money with Diamond. And in his mind, him and Diamond have a real relationship. So when he walk up on her in Publix and kind of from her blind spot, walk up and throw his arm around her shoulder and began hugging her, and she like, who is this man And he's like, hey, Diamond, what's up? It's good to see you. First of all, sir, her name is Danielle in real life. Her name ain't fucking Diamond. You don't know her, nigga, and she don't know you. You're a customer, and y'all have no real relationship. That semblance of a relationship that you built exists only in your head because you don't want to be called a freak ass nigga who like to sit up there at strip clubs and rub on himself. No, you want to be called a grown man. That's how I relax. No, nigga, you're a customer. You're a customer. And you don't want to be treated like a customer, and they know that. So they call you by your real name. Hey, Fred, good to see you again. Yeah. And then in the locker room, they be like, girl, they go nasty ass Fred. Baby got too much cologne on. Girl, you always got too much cologne on. I know, girl, I have to take a shower after I dance for him.
Naked ass Fred. Yo, all right.
But yo, can I say this real quick? But Ron, doesn't this speak more to the NFL and how the NFL protects this type of behavior until it's not beneficial? Because like think about Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson for a second had I think 22 allegations of sexual misconduct. None of which came out until he told the Houston Texans, I no longer want to play for y'all. Justin Tucker has 16 allegations over the course of however many years that have never come out until last year, and then the Ravens no longer have a use for him because they found a 6th-round replacement that they feel comfortable with moving on with, and now all of these allegations are true enough for us to have to make a quote unquote.
It all seems a little too convenient, don't it?
A tough decision right now, and this is what I want. I'm posing. Is the NFL responsible for this behavior? Because it seems as though they're protecting these players. What do you think about that?
So I'm finna fuck y'all up.
Okay.
Vince, I need you to download a nigga hitting. I need you to download the sound of a nigga hitting the bongos and some people snapping. Just like when I say I'm getting ready to take it to church and you hit the organ. From now on, when I say I'm finna be deep, I want you to hit me with a bop, with a bop, with a bop. You know what I'm saying? Give me, I need congos and snaps because I'm finna be deep.
All right.
First of all,
need a little more of a heads up. It's hard. I normally do that before we start. I'm gonna try though. If you gotta give me like 10 minutes, because I gotta convert it to an MP3.
Take your time. I'll probably be deep more than once today.
You know what? I can do it, but if I do it, it'll have to be just you on this. Okay, I can do it. All right, give me this thing. Go ahead. Start your thing. And in the middle of your.
You ain't got to tell us how you do your magic. You ain't got to tell us how you do your magic. Pull that goddamn rabbit out the hat. Okay, so first of all, first deep thing that I want to say is pay attention to the verbiage. Ravens released Justin Tucker like he a motherfucking mixtape. No, nigga, you weren't released. Your ass was fucking fired. You nasty dog. That's how you distance yourself from some shit. They made the tough decision to cut him. Why? Do he got his jersey on in all the videos or something? It's a tough decision, but damn, ain't nobody gonna kick the football like old raping ass Justin. What?
Oh,
what do you mean? See, the real reason is it's because of exactly what Ty just said. The NFL works in direct collusion with these players. As long as what they doing benefits them, it ain't really a problem. So you gotta remember that football is the most masculine sporting event in the United States of America. These are literal behemoths, Goliaths, titans, clashing into each other on that gridiron. These men are bigger, taller, faster, stronger than the average man. All of them. even the kicker. You got to remember that these men are called to push their bodies beyond their physical limits, push their brains beyond its mental capacity that they currently have, show up every down, every day, every play the same way. In order to do that, I need all of your testosterone. I'll even give you some fake testosterone, some growth enhancement, some legal steroids, something anabolic, whatever I can do to maximize your testosterone output, because that's going to cause you to play angrier. That's going to cause you to hit harder, be stronger, withstand more physical punishment. Kind of like the reason why everybody afraid to fight the gorilla, because you don't think you can hurt the gorilla. It's the same thing when they have these football players out there. But in order to get that from a man, you also have to remove his compassion, his kindness, his empathy, his moral code, the acceptance and acknowledgement of right and wrong. You got to take that boy, you got to take that man back to a little boy and totally do away with his programming, because that's the only person that can go out there and intentionally put somebody in the hospital, intentionally ruin that man's career, intentionally knock that man ass out on national TV in front of everybody, like he's also not big, strong, and fast. For some reason, football players and fighters, be it boxing or MMA, they always have domestic issues, substance abuse issues, mental health issues, because you're calling this man and you're asking him to be unevolved in a polite society. You're asking this man to reduce himself to our caveman, innate, instinctive personality traits, pure aggression, pure malice, pure masculinity, all testosterone. That type of man ain't good with children after that. That type of man ain't good in polite society after that. That's why they examining these men's brains after they die, because CTE is a real thing. If Chris Benoit was so thrown off in the head that he murdered his whole family and then unalived himself, that type of mental break exists in every major athlete. How many football players we done seen slap their wife to the ground on the elevator on the surveillance tape? Or
Oh, that's I think what Ty was saying though, ain't it? Like Ty, like it feels like this is an epidemic that has yet to be exposed. Let's not forget, it's not just the sexual deviance. And I'm not trying to bring out, I really didn't, I support brothers, I support, but remember the Ray Lewis shit? Remember the Ray Lewis shit?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
you mean murder was the case that they gave him?
Yeah.
Murder! But I mean, like, did he get released? I mean, if I'm not mistaken, he still was a commentator after that, right?
So he didn't get released.
That man continued to play football after that. He got a murder case while he was an active Baltimore Raven.
An active player, and still was able to secure jobs with Fox. Or I don't know if it was Fox, but whoever it was that he was I think it may have been NFL Network. I can't remember. But
that nigga been on TBN praying with TD Jakes.
Sometimes that's necessary. But I think Ty's point, and correct me if I'm wrong, Ty, was that, are you saying that there's like some sort of, there's a culture of look the other way in the NFL? Is that what you alluding to?
Yeah, no, I'm not alluding. I'm saying that exactly. That's exactly. That's
I ain't alluding to it. I said
this. When you look at it from the standpoint of what I just said, Deshaun Watson had 22 allegations and actually has a couple more right now, but since January, I think.
Yeah. He back to his old habits up in Cleveland.
He's doing his thing. He don't care he don't care about nothing. So, but the fact of the matter is, he had 22 with Houston that never came out until he told Houston, I want to be traded. I don't want to play for y'all no more. And then immediately after that, all of the allegations can come out, one after the next, one after the next, one after the next, one after the next. It is the most covered thing on all of Sports Center, on ESPN, every news outlet, everybody had a piece of this action on Deshaun Watson where they could chime in and make their opinions and say what they felt he was and da 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 da. When this stuff came out with Justin, we saw it come out on ESPN. They did a couple reports on it, and then that shit was thing. You know why it was thing? Because the Ravens had not made a decision yet whether or not they was going to release this dude. So we need to keep this under wraps until we know exactly how we want this to move and how we want it to, and we want to make sure we're in control of the narrative. And so at the end of the day, Justin Tucker was the Ravens kicker until they drafted another kicker in the 6th round of this year's draft. They got that dude to camp. They lined his ass up on the 50 or the 40-yard line and told him kick the ball 20 times. 20 times. And out of that 20 times, each time that boy kicked the field goal, it made it easier for the Ravens organization to say, we're going to have to let this man go. Or in Black Rom's words, release him. Fine. We're gonna have to let this man go and handle his business. Because now what happened?
Justin, go kick rocks.
Yeah.
Kick rocks.
Yeah. So it's definitely about to be because look, this is what happens now. The criminal aspect of it, the civil aspect of it. All of that now comes along because you no longer have the umbrella, which is the NFL organization, to protect you from what your choices were. See, that's the part of that's the fine print. That's the fine print that these players they don't read. That's the fine print that the players don't read in the contract. But then when they come to the NFL, because it's been the same way since college. When the college entities protect the players as well.
Right.
And then they get to the NFL and it's the same type of behavior. There's fine print in those NFL contracts that's not in the college. And the fine print says, we're going to protect you as long as you are useful to us. The day that you become unuseful to us, this protection immediately disappears. And whatever you did while we had you under protection is all acceptable and admissible in a court of law. So yeah. That's
same thing they did to Ben Roethlisberger. Same thing that the Atlanta Falcons did to Michael Vick. Same thing that the Dallas Cowboys did to Michael Irvin. Nigga, we will only sweep your dirt under our rug. The minute your ass ain't standing on our rug, get you and your dirt and go on somewhere. Let's see if that other team is going to work as diligently as we worked to keep your dirt under wraps. Because you got to understand the level of conspiracy that needs to go on in order for that to take place. That means all the local reporters are in your pocket. Instead of running with the fucking story as soon as it hit the news blotter, they decide to call the GM instead. Hey, man, got this story out on your boy. I'm going to sit on it for today, but I'm going to have to report on it. Okay, I appreciate it. Then they call the agent. Hey, the news got a story on your boy. Then the agent called the manager. I thought you said you had a handle on that nigga. Then the manager called his boy. Hey, man, It ain't looking good for you out here. What you talking about? Man, they saying that they got a news story about you and old girl. I mean, fuck that bitch. Hey, I understand how you feel. I'm just saying, they saying they got a news story. How you want to handle it? Bro, we're just telling we don't know what she talking about. I mean, we did that last time, Joe. It's 22 women at this point. I mean, shit, what the team talking about? I mean, they saying they waiting to see what the police say. Police? Oh, yeah. I forgot to mention that part. Oh, yeah, I talked to the lead detective today of the police department. Damn. He's a fan of yours. So he said he gonna sit on it until the news story come out. And then they'll do a formal investigation and allow you to turn yourself in for questioning. So, you know, we good on that end for at least the next week. But you need to find out what old girl wants from you so we can find out how we gonna do it. I guess I'll call her today and see what she wants. And this happens every day, every city, every year.
Damn
shame. It sounds like I'm talking about the plot to a HBO Ballers episode or ESPN Playmakers episode, or I'm talking about some 50 Cent produced project on Stars. No, this is real life, G. This is real life where bodyguards, bouncers, private detectives, agents, managers, general managers of football teams, team owners, coaches, and position coaches, they all work together to keep this man's demons under wraps because we need him demonic because of what it does on the field. Never mind it spills over into his real life. As long as what he doing sells jerseys, tickets, hot dogs, and beer, we'll act like we don't see it.
Here's the funny part, though, Ron. Here's the funny part. Do you know anybody with a Justin Tucker jersey?
No.
Does anybody here know anybody caping for Justin Tucker?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No. See,
maybe in Baltimore.
No. Don't, let's not go. We're not going to skip past the fact that Justin Tucker, when it comes to accolades, has all of them. Right, as a kicker, he has all the accolades.
Oh yeah, the boy, young Adam Vinatieri.
Yeah, like it's not. So, are we wearing Justin Tucker? Probably not. But are there a whole bunch of Ravens fans that rock? This dude has been a Raven since he came in the league.
Fair enough, but are they wearing?
It's people last name Tucker that's buying that jersey. It's people that really like the color purple that's buying that jersey. It's people who came up and their favorite number has always been number 9 that bought their jersey.
Okay, come on now. Y'all know the point that I'm making here, right? Do you really think like the quarterback, the running back, normally these are the stars, you know, on the team. And in this particular instance, they happen to have one of the best quarterbacks in the whole fucking league. So
and do you really think and one of the best running backs now?
Do you really think that of all of the jerseys being sold out of the Ravens jersey freaking outlet, that Justin Tucker is on the top 5 of that list?
Man, it's some white men in this country that are 5th generation Baltimore Ravens fans that have been Baltimore Ravens fans since they was the Baltimore Colts, and they whole family from Baltimore, and they white men. Right, so they love the Baltimore teams, the Orioles and the Ravens, but they just can't bring themselves to have a nigga's name on their back. So they be like, "Who's the white man on the team that's real good? We'll go buy his jersey instead."
Oh, that's terrible. Because if that's what they
the same way that niggas was going to buy Jackie Robinson jerseys as soon as they was available in the pro shop. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck all the other Dodgers. Give me that number 42.
You call it Justin Tucker the great white hype of Baltimore? Is that what
I am.
Yeah.
Everybody else on the Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, come on. Everybody else has been famous, has been black. Ed Reed, black. Ray Lewis, black. Lamar Jackson, black. What you talking about? Deion Sanders plays for the Baltimore Ravens.
Well, okay, we're talking about the Ravens.
Okay, then. Right. Who the last famous white man you remember from the Baltimore Ravens?
Steve. Nah.
Joe Flacco when he won the championship.
Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco, who also won a number 9. No, I'm just bullshit. I think Joe Flacco was number 8. But the point I'm making is whack ass Flacco had people buying his jersey because some people just ain't gonna support that black man, even though they support that team.
All right, fair enough. All right, well, listen. I think we definitely don't condone or support what's going down with the Justin Tucker bullshit. And yes, we saw what y'all did, NFL. And I'm taking the whole NFL because I don't think the NFL was unaware either. But it is what it is. I want to move on. I want to talk about the NFL. I want to talk. What? I want to talk about the NFL real quick.
I said you can't be unaware. 16 man, they knew.
But did they know what was going on last night when NFL players came out trying to stunt a little bit with some outfits? Now, some of them did their thing. I ain't gonna lie. There was a Met Gala. Did y'all see this? Your boy came and showed out. And I think this is what I would like to see. James Bond-esque type of dude. He's on his game. Full props. That man did his thing. But gentlemen, I must get your opinion on some of the other outfits. Like, what say you?
Why was the first dude ankles out? These niggas childish as hell. Why was his ankles exposed so hard?
Yeah, that's the
thing. You talking about James Bond. James Bond was never flooding in none of his movies.
Nah, he was. He had a great tailor. James Bond probably had the best tailor in the history of tailors because that nigga shit used to be. That's why I was looking at his suit. When you said that, I was looking at his suit. I was like, who fucking No,
who tailored that? No, it's not.
Yeah,
no, it's not.
Take
it from a nigga who wears suits. That is a clip-on bow tie.
No, that is not a good. That is not good at all. So
you got on a clip-on bow tie. You have on some shoes. I can't tell whether those are Tom Fords or Christian Louboutin, but you have a chunky. You got on that chunky, thick-soled loafer that's really like the Catholic schoolgirl shoe. Your jacket. You should have got. Yeah, that's a single breast. That's a single breast jacket, and it looks like he has a vest underneath. You should have switched to a double breast vest. It would have accentuated the fact that you have a very wide back and very athletic shoulders. You should have gotten what's called the athletic cut on your lapel instead of a standard French cut. It would have opened your chest up more, and it would have made the jacket not look like it was drowning you. Also, you needed another 1/4-inch break on your cuff because your cuffs have to be even. Why do I see all of your cuff on your right arm and none of your cuff on your left? Also, why does it look like your legs are open and your left knee is bent a little bit, like you a bad bitch?
He said like you a bad bitch.
Bro, don't it look like he rocking back a little bit? He not here with it. He off to the side a little bit with his legs popped up a little bit, like you trying to make your booty look rounder on the other angle type shit. These niggas don't know how to be.
Come on, man. He not trying to make his book. Solo. Hold on. First of all, Solo.
Bro, I could destroy that shit, but we'll just say he showed up decent with some off the rack type shit. That suit was not cut to fit his body. Those pants are not cut to fit his ankles or his legs. That is a decent off the rack job. Shout out K&G. Yeah. But that ain't no K&G suit. He spent thousands of dollars on that shit.
Yep.
I don't spend nearly that much money on my suits, but I look better in my suits than he looks in his.
Wow.
That's because you can pay for school, but you can't buy swag.
Can't buy swag. Can't buy swag. No, you can't.
But that being said, his outfit is one of the best compared to some shit that some of the people had on.
That's what I'm about to say, Ron. Like this is the point I was trying to make because you said all this about the most decently dressed nigga that I'm finna show you. I was trying to give my dog Saquon some grace. So let's go ahead and go down with this.
I don't fuck with Saquon. Saquon is the Russell Wilson of cool niggas. He does great shit athletically, so niggas think that he's cool. But personality-wise, he's another Russell Wilson. He's another Hawaiian shirt wearing, white woman loving ass nigga. That's why he was out shooting golf with Trump and shit, and was telling niggas, I just shot golf with Obama last week. Niggas get off of me. Justin, man, Saquon hates the fact that his name is Saquon. He probably let white people call him Saquon.
Saquon.
Yeah, he lets white people call him Saquon, like it's French, because Saquon is black as hell. We done broke the word up phonetically. Oh, say can you Saquon? No, his nigga name is Saquon amongst the whites.
No, see, you did. I know exactly what you do because you know we live. I'm in the Central Florida area. There's a place called the Land, but all the black people call it D-Land. That's how it usually go, right? Like wherever, like you change it, you switch that swag to meet your culture, right? And you try to say that there's a Saquon and a
Perrine
Saquon.
is pronounced P-Ryan by everybody that lived there. It's really Perrine. But they call it P-Ryan, Florida, goddamn. Shout out to P-Ryan.
Did you really? Okay, look, let's give it another angle, man. I mean, ain't no more angles.
No, you don't want to give it another angle. You pull around and see that boy cake.
All right, man. All right. Well, then, Black Ron, since you the fashionista, I'm curious as to your thoughts, Black Ron, on Mr. quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles coming in, have Marcus, have, I want to say, I don't know, Black Panther and have Huggy Bear. I'm not sure what this look is, homeboy. It's given period piece.
I'll tell you what this is. Jalen, when he was a little boy, came across, you know, when we was all little boys, we come across that photo album. They got pictures of our parents in it before they was our parents. And in that picture, he saw a young Mr. Hurts, his father, with Kangos on and Bill Cosby sweaters. And he was like, oh, Dad, you look so cool. Every man that has an active relationship with his father went through one period where you completely copied your dad's swag. Completely. You probably went into his closet and took, it usually happens once you're a young boy and you wake up one day and you and your dad are the same size.
Wow.
And all of a sudden you start rocking his shit. But I want to know, what drug movie, 90s movie marathon did Jalen ass go watch that made him be like, Kangos? That's what I'm gonna rock.
Yo,
New Jersey.
The problem, I don't have the problem with the Kango.
I got a problem with it. He got it pulled down too damn tight. That ain't even a Kango. That's a beret. He got on a tail.
This is very middle ground.
This nigga got a beret and he done pulled it real tight so that it looked like a shower cap across the front. But don't he got a high top fade?
No,
I don't know about the high top fade, but I'll say one thing. That dime piece he got laying next to him.
I think we just got.
That's his wife now. He just married her. But look, the only time I ever
won't say nothing about a nigga wife. But
the only time I've ever seen the only time I've ever seen people wear berets like that is like if they a French painter or they some type of African warlord.
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't never.
He got on the Khalid.
Yeah, I don't like.
He got on the Joseph Kony. He got on the Muammar Gaddafi.
And another thing, this is like it's the suit cuts for me. I swear the tailors say this is another baggy suit. This is another baggy suit. Like what? Like I don't understand.
Seeing rich niggas in baggy suits.
Yeah, this is crazy.
So
man, you say what you want to say. That nigga look like Black Zorro.
Man, zoom in on his hands. Zoom in on his hands.
God.
Why is that suit jacket covering up his fist?
Is it? No, it's not.
So
on the left, look on the right side.
On Saquon shit, his sleeve was back too far. On Jalen shit, his sleeve is up too high.
Okay, well, don't he want to show off the cuff link though? Ain't that the cut that you have? This slight cut.
No, sir. That's when he's at rest. Everything else, you're in movement, so your jacket is coming short. If he reach up and wave to somebody, now this shit gonna be on his forearms like he in Miami in the 80s.
Okay, so I'm confused. If his is too short, but then Jalen's
remember what it's literally a matter of 1/4 inches, bro. That's the difference between flooding and a decent break on your jeans. 1/4 inch.
Look, okay, so look at this. Look at this, Ron.
His shit, Jalen jacket got the 1/4 inch that Saquon jacket need.
But you said it was too long. You said it was
1/4 of an inch. Yeah, it shouldn't cover your hand. It shouldn't cover. It should break. No, the bottom of that man's hand is covered, dog. Like his jacket a little too big for him.
Wow. Okay.
And it's fuzzy. And it's fuzzy.
I was wondering what was if I kept looking closer because I'm like, what is that on the jacket?
Y'all know this is the Met Gala. Y'all know what the Met Gala is, right? Like motherfuckers go there.
Everybody going dressed a hot ass mess.
Dressed like pterodactyls and shit. I think that.
What was the theme? What was the theme of this past Met Gala?
It was black. It's black fashion designers. So the overwhelming
from the 1920, it was the dandy movement. It was all about black haberdashery. Real quick, go see if you can find a picture of Coleman Domingo.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Or if not Coleman Domingo, even hers was doing too much, but Tiana Taylor or Whoopi Goldberg. Go pick up their outfits.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
The women did a much better job of showing up suited and booted than the niggas did. The women had better suits on.
As they should.
A woman should never look better in a suit than a man.
Oh, you mean suit? Oh, I thought you just meant suited and booted. I didn't think you meant
no. They were fully 3-piece suited with the slacks, with the jackets, with the shoes. They showed up more suited and booted than the niggas were. Now that's just a jacket that he had covering it, right? But up under there, he had the old school houndstooth coat. He had the pants that were really, really high. The short fat tie. His whole look said, I'm a classy dressed nigga from the Harlem Renaissance.
That shit right there looked like some Star Wars shit right here.
No, I don't know. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is in that picture. That's not even last night's picture. That's the year before, cuz.
It says 2025.
I know what that says, but the image that they grabbed, it's from last year. Yeah, that's not last night's image because he had more facial hair and a different haircut last night.
Maybe he had multiple gets. Let me check it out right quick.
So it's to me when I hear fashion or when I hear any of these type of events, I feel like these designers just go for the most outrageous possible.
Yep.
It's not even about what looks good anymore. It's about I'm gonna go so outrageous that everybody's gonna have to look. Whether it's
there we go.
Or not. Like
that's last night. Does that or does that not say Apollo Theater?
But
Harlem Renaissance.
But for anybody who may be watching, or anybody even on the panel who's unfamiliar with the Met Gala, one of the objectives is to be completely outlandish. It's to overdo it. It's to be a spectacle. It's not to go and be normal. Like this is not a black and white tie affair. This is outdo somebody. This is what the fuck is that, bitch? I love it type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not into the world of fashion. I cannot keep up with the trend for shit.
It's whatever you do, don't fall as you walk up that long ass carpeted staircase.
Right. This the event that you
whatever you do.
Wear the suit.
Andre 3000 showed up with a baby grand piano strapped to his back.
Oh man.
Not a keyboard. A whole fucking piano with the legs. With the legs on the piano. Like he could lean back and all of a sudden he'll be laying on top of a piano. Type shit.
But the point is, the shit is it is not meant to be ordinary. This is an out of the box type of event where everybody's supposed to be on some, oh my God, what the fuck is that, bitch? I love it type shit. You know what I'm saying? But the point was, there are NFL players there last night in this type of ordeal. And some of them tried to get in with the swag. Like, can y'all tell me who this person is?
That's DeAndre. That's DeAndre Hopkins. That's DeAndre Hopkins.
That's Dre Hopkins. I say that boy look like he the DJ on the Nebuchadnezzar.
They said he was suspect.
DeAndre Hopkins.
He look like he fights agents somewhere. The dude.
The Nebuchadnezzar was the name of the ship on the Matrix.
Oh yeah, the Nebuchadnezzar.
I'm not opposed to that look though. I'm not opposed to that look. That's that. I like that's a fairly
sick, right?
Chic. That's a fairly chic look.
It's nice, but it's not necessarily coinciding with the theme. But it's a nice outfit.
Yeah, and it doesn't.
It's very safe. That scoop neckline is a little risque. Luckily, he has the shoulders and the chest to pull it off. If it had been any looser, he'd have looked gay as hell in it. But
yeah, he looked like he drank blood at night.
Okay, Solo.
There you go, Solo.
That might be very well true. That might be very well true.
I wonder when Solo is going to show up. All right. Are y'all familiar with Simone Biles by chance?
Yeah.
Her and her man did show up as well. This, to me, frankly, it looks nice, but it looks also very ordinary. It looks Easter Sunday to me. Maybe not as much for her.
Hell no, that nigga got tennis shoes on.
Right. She ain't going to church in that.
That nigga got on tennis shoes under them bell-bottom jeans.
No, I don't. Those dress shoes.
I can't see him. I can't see
those
his
dress shoes.
I see shine on that, bro. I don't see no.
Yeah, like Jordan come out on the J. They make shiny tennis shoes.
They black.
What I mean by tennis shoe is that's a more athletic cut shoe than a dress shoe. That's something like boot because his pants are boot cut. So that's probably like a Christian Louboutin boot, one of them chunky boots. Or the chunky ass Balenciaga.
I could so see you at a Met Gala, homeboy. I really legit could see you.
Goddamn right, and I'll have all of the shit on, my boy. I'm gonna put that shit on. But going back to that picture of Johnny and Simone, why is he up 2 steps higher than her and she already 4'9"?
Yeah, that don't make no sense. But I think it's because of the cake.
Okay, so he was gonna get out the way and let her train do his thing. She got a long train on her dress.
You think he should be behind her?
Goddamn right.
Where he gonna be?
First of all, you should be there to support your woman, my nigga. Because what if she fall on that long ass staircase? It happens every year.
Hey, can I tell y'all a real quick story? When I was at FAM, I had a girlfriend my freshman year. And she was bad. She was sweet, sweetheart, man. And I was still too goofy. I walked up to her dorm at McGuinn, which was up some stairs. And
this was last year.
Shut the fuck up. Nigga, this is like 1999, nigga. 1999.
I mean, you said you were still goofy. I'm like, what you mean you were still too goofy? Nigga, last year, motherfucker.
So she come down, she done went and put the heels on and shit. I'm sitting there doing the whole, kiss me. She come down the stairs and all that. Bro, she rolled that ankle on that first step, bro. and she did the Lord, help, please. Oh my God, my shoe. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing all the way down. And bro, I was so goofy as a kid. Here I am, like 18 years old.
You didn't laugh in that woman's face.
My dumb ass looked up, and bust out laughing so hard, bro. And then I say, my bad, baby, my bad. You all right?
She broke up with you that day. She broke up with you that day.
The shit out of me. She slapped the shit out of me right there in front of everybody.
As she should. That lady was up there saving her coochie for you.
Deservedly so.
We still went out. We had a good time. But yeah, she slapped the shit out of me. And I deserved it because I was an asshole.
You deserve it, man.
And you probably didn't get no coochie that evening.
Nah, you got some.
Nah. She cheated on you for sure. That
she definitely let a less goofy nigga hit.
Yeah. As soon as you left, it dropped her off.
When we broke up, and
Vince, that's the type of stuff that makes a woman make a full departure on her next boyfriend. Like you was the nice guy, but you was a little too goofy. Her next nigga, straight thug, all the way street drug dealer, and she gonna be laying up with him like, you know what I like about you? What? You're not all goofy all the fucking time. Like I couldn't stand that shit about my ex. Like I've never seen you be goofy, and I really like that about you. Like you so damn goofy. She don't want now another goofy nigga ever again in life.
Hey, shit, I won't be surprised if it ain't a man. I might have put her off to men, period. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't need no big thing.
Bro, you don't never admit to being the last piece of legal dick woman went and got. Because the lesbians, they be sneaking though. They be in the closet.
That part.
I was pretty bad.
It's gotta be a secret. You gotta be a secret.
You drove a woman game.
Look, that's one thing I learned. I had to learn. I ain't even gonna say the hard way, Black Ron, but I did learn that I was always trying to be respectful. When you tell me you mess with girls and that's what you like, then I respect it. I treat you like the homie. But then, when that alcohol kick in,
all of a sudden the homie was like, man, my ass fat under this. I really look nice in a jersey dress. You like, hey, you one of the bros. Chill out, bro.
Yeah. You like, look, nigga, do you want this or not? He's like,
man. Okay. Story time. So,
oh shit, come on, Ryan.
So, gotta go. So just like Ty said, men, we really get a bad rap. We're very respectful. Those of us that were raised right, and we respect women's boundaries and their definitions more so than we get credit for. However you want to define yourself, we'll accept that shit, especially if you're good at sports and shit like that. So I had one of the homies. She was a tomboy as a kid. She grew up to be a full Thomas man. I think tomboy, Thomas man. Anyway, she grew up to be a full. She grew up to be a full Thomas man, and but we respected her. We loved her. She was always beautiful, but she looked like Lil Fizz from B2K kind of way. Like, but you remember before Fizz facial hair kicked in, he looked very androgynous. He would pull his hair back, and that ponytail would have the waves in it. And then, like, you couldn't tell whether that was a weak nigga or a tough chick. You didn't know. You didn't know. That was her. That was, I almost said that lady name. That was her, right? So we in the hood one day. She was like, bro, I ain't seen you in a minute. What's up? She come up, have me in the hood. What's up, my nigga? She was like, what you on? I was like, shit, I ain't doing shit. Shit, let's match up. And this is back when if I got 500 and you got 500, we finna come up with $10 of some real good, decent ass Reggie. We called it popcorn back in my day, that granddaddy, amen. And you finna get 6 thick ass blunts. I'm talking about 6 pinky fingers, goddamn me. So we done took it back to her crib.
What tool? What we using? Backwoods swishers.
This is back when the swishers came individually wrapped in aluminum foil inside the box. It was 5 of them in a box, and you would take it out, and each one would be individually wrapped with a little cellophane. So it was the year of our Lord 2008.
Okay, temple.
I remember it was 2008 because on the first blunt we were talking about Barack Obama running for president, and would a nigga ever get elected president in this country? So it was summertime 2008. So we go back to her crib because that's close and most advantageous place to smoke. I've been over her crib a bunch of times and shit. We sitting there, we smoking. We watch one funny movie, we fire up another blunt. The news come on. She said, "Ooh, shit, the news on." I was like, "I'll be watching the news too, my nigga." We watch another, we smoke another blunt. Jeopardy come on. She get impressed by the fact that not only am I good at the show, but I answer in the form of a question. After Jeopardy, she put it on. I don't know if y'all remember, but back in the day, if you had satellite TV, there was some shit called Music Choice. The last 9 channels was all music channels. It was in the 9.
Yeah.
So she put it on the Music Choice R&B channel.
Oh.
So is that the box? Is that the box?
Nah. It's what you had on cable. So after you go up to the 9,000s, then it changes.
Okay. All right. So okay.
But the last 9 channels was all music. It'd be country music, hip hop, R&B, gospel. All these different channels. So she put it on the R&B channel. I ain't tripping. Cause niggas love R&B. You get 4 black men in a car and cut on some 90s R&B, and each one of them niggas is shooting his own personal music video in that damn car.
Hey, stop right there, Black Ron. We could be a whole R&B vibe right now.
What? My chest open, your head covered, tie light skin. That's all the makers of a good R&B group.
Nigga, all shades, nigga. We got
if Solo came in with the extra deep voice, baby, well, if it was raining, if we had the rain effect on us right now, nigga, nigga, look off, point, bring it.
That's it.
Look up. Boy, if you put rain on us, nigga, if you put rain on us.
I can't find it.
You better not put no rain on us.
I'm gonna try to find the rain. I had a rain.
Hey, boy, you put rain on us. I'm gonna undo one more button. I'm undoing another button.
Let's second. Yo, it seemed like every R&B group they lead singer had that one move at the end of the song where he'd be like,
Oh, the nigga. Oh, it was this one, Tom. It was this one. Nigga hit the ceiling. Drop down on
Oh, I found it. Did I find it? Oh, no, here it is. Okay, no, it's not. It's Daredevil in the background. But yeah, man. Hey, shit, y'all ain't said nothing, man. Hey, fuck that. We finna do this shit right now. Give me your R&B free track.
You about to get us canceled.
Oh, nigga. Oh, we finna jam this shit.
First of all, shout out to 90s R&B. We miss you. We love you. There will never be another you. 90s R&B.
Nah.
Come on.
You were a gem, and we did not treasure you when we had you.
That's
it. You were not ready. All right, so here it go right here, man. I want you to go ahead. You know what I'm saying?
So,
hey, baby, you know I didn't mean what I said when I had said what we had said. Hey. Yeah, baby. You got the smile.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Hey, yeah. They always got to do that. They always got to do it. Hey, yeah. Baby. Baby. Don't you leave, baby. They be like, what happened in 90s R&B? Bitch, the police. That's what happened.
That's exactly what happened.
Ain't no more put my hand on the door and you can't leave, baby. No, that's kidnapping.
Yo, you know what I really missed about the R&B? I missed the little chuckle. Remember niggas used to laugh and it'd be all...
Oh, yeah. They would always do it when they talk. Girl, you remember when? Nigga, what? That was nothing funny right there.
Girl.
Head ass nigga.
Ooh, yeah. What about the head?
Oh, now, Cisco was the best at that. At the laugh as he catches breath. Girl, we... I don't want it. Tony with me. That shit used to piss me off. That shit used to piss me off. Said I've been in love a time or two. In the end, I just chose you. No one could ever make me feel this way.
Woo, man. Don't let me mess around and find some of them R&B instrumentals. But anyway, did you finish telling your story, Ryan?
No, so she cut the R&B on, right? Bro, you want some drink? Hell yeah. And this is when it was 08. It was this shit called Juice. It was like Four Loko.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember.
They was in a can. She had all these different flavors of the juice canned beverage. So I was like, give me one of the blue ones. And she had a green one. And we over there, we chilling, and we drinking, and we smoking, and we drinking, and we chilling.
In that order.
We sitting there, and somebody music video come on. And it's one of them unnecessarily passionate music videos.
Mm-hmm.
Bunch of sex scenes in this music video type shit, but the song really didn't go with all of the imagery.
Mm.
And she was like, man, shit. Boy, that shit got me wet than a bitch. And it was the way she said it.
Mm.
Because she said it like a nigga, like, man, that shit got my dick hard right now, bro. I ain't gonna lie. And the way she said it so matter-of-factly, it brought me back to the remembrance that she is indeed a coochie owner. And I was like, what you mean, wet the bitch? She was like, nigga, wet. Like how you be hard, nigga, I be wet. I was like, yeah, but you still get wet? And she's like, nigga, I'm still a woman. What the fuck is you talking about? Like,
what you think she get an erection?
Type shit, like you an old boy out here. Your coochie don't get hard. Your coochie get wet. That's crazy. Because like wetness to me is like a very feminine emotion. Like that is when your womanly parts are being extra womanly at this moment right now. You know what I'm saying?
But it's also like asking if she's still menstruates. You know what I'm saying? Like she still has the biological
right, but remember, we were always, like Ty said, we respect the role that you cast yourself in. You cast yourself in the role of Lil Brunnell. So we respect you like you Lil Brunnell. I don't ask none of my partners what's going on in their draws. So I don't give a damn what my lesbian partner got going on in her draws. I wish I would notice that my lesbian partner got a pad on today. But when she said, I'm still a woman, nigga, I have all the emotions that any other woman has. And when she said that, I noticed that her nipples was hard under her wife beater. Which means that I actually noticed that she had titties.
At that moment.
At that moment, when she said, I'm wet, it dawned on me, this is a whole girl. And then all of a sudden, it all started adding up like, wait a minute. She pulled a me on me. That's exactly what I would have did if I had liked a chick. I would have invited her over to come smoke. I would have watched whatever she wanted to watch. I would have been invested in what the fuck her interest is. I would have offered her beverages. I would have got her high and drunk and then sat back and been like, man, right about now, my body wants to have sex. Not even me. My body want to do it type shit. Bro, I looked up and I realized that them was some titties. And the thing that goes unsaid about bisexual, masculine presenting, or lesbian women, the dykes, they be having some tremendous bodies under them little boy outfits. Body be so cold. I'm talking about, it dawned on me, bro, that she had some perfect D-cup titties that was sitting up with nobody's bra on because of all of the shoulder and trap and chest muscles that she had from being an athlete. Them titties sat up with perfect schoolboy on the first day of school posture. I said, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I just realized your titties sit nice. And she was like, no bullshit though. And grabbed both sides of her white beater and pulled them in like this and made the titties spill out the side.
Oh.
Now I told you she was light skinned. Lil Fee is light skinned.
Tell us more.
She had the caramel brown areolas. Okay. I was expecting them to have a little pink on them or be like chocolate brown. No, they was like pecan tan.
Not the nigga with the prop right. It's just handy and shit. No,
just right there. No.
The nipples was red, just red. You know what I'm saying? You just happen to come on, man.
God.
Oh man.
She said, hold on a minute. Let me go take a shower. Won't you go in the room? She came out the bathroom with lingerie on, bro. She had on some little silky boy shorts on. And I didn't know that they made this, but it's called a camisole or a baby top. It's literally a wife beater. You know what I'm saying? But it's got like spaghetti straps on that joint. And it's lacy as hell. But she had them big old titties in a baby blue lacy camisole and the baby blue satiny boy shorts. Like the panties was pillowcase material, but it had the lace going around the top and going around the leg that matched the lace on the top. Bro, she came out. She had undid her braids. My nigga, her braids was hanging down to her shit. Her skin was all light skinned and natural and looking amazing.
I mean, calm down for the light skin.
No, I'm pointing it out because I'm an extremely dark gentleman.
All right, I hear you. Okay.
So in that bed, we was making Reese's Pieces, chocolate and peanut butter.
Reese's Oh, bro, man, come on.
Bro, I laid that lady down and ate her coochie like we was going together.
Oh, man.
Because in my mind, I'm like, okay, you a lesbian. This is what y'all like, right? Y'all all about the mouth and lip service. You want to get munched on. I'm going to munch that monkey. And she was like, nigga, if you don't put that dick on me, I was like, I just happen to have some dick. I happen to have some dick. I can put it on you. I can put this dick on you. Slid off in that thing, sushi gang.
Sushi gang. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Raw. Uncooked. Unprepared.
Unprotected.
Unprotected. Because number one, this wasn't a hookup. This was a matchup with my homeboy. And I don't know about y'all, but I don't bring condoms when I'm kicking it with my niggas.
Yo.
As I was grabbing all my shit off my dresser, because I didn't even expect to run into her. As I grabbed all my items off my dresser and put them into my pockets, I reached right past the condoms and grabbed my keys.
But don't you not leave home? But well, anyway, I don't know. I ain't been.
No, well, see, remember, I wasn't a teenager. This was 08.
Okay.
This 08, my nigga. So I'm what, 23?
Okay.
It was summertime, so I was 22. So I'm grown. Like, I don't carry no condom with me every day just in case I get some coochie. Now I'll make phone calls, pull over to the crib, give me some of that coochie. I was literally walking to the store to get me some gauze. Seeing her coming back from the store getting some gauze. We decided to go ahead and patch up on a sack and smoke.
That's how it goes.
One thing led to the next.
Wow. It sounds like this was a chance encounter for you, and but it sounds very premeditated for her.
It was. Yeah, that's when I found out, because I thought the next day that she wasn't gonna be gay no more. Like, I'm not gay no more. I like men's now. Like, I thought I had fucked her back straight.
Nah.
Yeah, nah.
No, she woke up just as gay as she was the day before.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, because bro, I didn't know how to be around her after that. Not only have I seen you naked, not only have I been in your body, I've acknowledged that you're a woman around me. So now I'm being extra cool now. Now my outfit always match. Now I always smell good and shit. Just in case she want to give me some more of that coochie. She never let me beat again after that. She never let me beat again. Never let me beat again after that. And not on some I did bad type shit, but on some nigga, you gonna fall in love with me, you gonna blow up my spot type shit. And that's when I learned about the phrase sneak dicking.
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, enlighten me, folks.
Lesbian women engage in what they call sneak dicking. Okay, so you know how a straight man will be on the down low and he'll be sleeping with men in secret? Well, gay women will be on the up high. I guess would be the reverse of the down low, and they be having straight sex in secret. Oh shit. They will go sneak and get some dick and then come back home to their lesbian relationship the same way a man on the DL will sneak and go get some dick and come back home to his wife. Oh shit.
I can 150% confirm this.
Oh, 150%.
Absolutely, bro.
And it comes from the most unlikely of sources. You would think it would be the gay girl who still dresses like a girl and who kind of like straddles the line on gay and straight. No. Brittany Griner. Oh shit.
Yeah.
No, not Brittany Griner.
Yes.
I'm not saying her specifically. I'm saying that when I say gay girl, don't think Janelle Monáe. Think Brittany Griner.
Yeah. Like literally, like when he said what he said, I totally 100%, because you in order for this whole scenario to make sense, you got to understand that when he says this my home girl, I look at it like my homeboy. There's reason behind that, because the projection that we were getting, and that's why I never looked at your titties. That's why I never looked at your ass, because when you said to me, I don't fuck with niggas, then
I'm a boy out here.
That told me right there, you don't fuck with niggas. So I'm not gonna come and press you like you somebody I'm trying to get at, because you already put that out there. That's me barking up the wrong tree. But I can operate as your homie because we have commonalities. And so his story is not much different than my story. The only difference between his story and my story was it wasn't the conversation was more, yo, You know why I fuck with you, Ty? Because you the type of nigga keep his mouth shut. You the type of nigga that don't be talking a lot. Yo, you don't talk much. You don't talk a lot. You know what I'm saying? I can say something to you, and I know you ain't gonna go out here and run your mouth like most niggas. Most niggas be out here running their mouth. Now, the flip side of that, and the reason she's saying that is because a mutual friend of ours had already smashed and told me that he had smashed. She knew that he told me that she had smashed, so she stopped smashing him. I never brought up to her that I knew that he smashed. I never said nothing.
You never let on that you knew. You never let on that you. What? You be fucking boy.
The first night. The nigga told me the first night he did it. He was like, you know, I hit it. I was like, what? Nigga, he was like, yeah. I was like, all right. But
he couldn't replicate. He had to go tell somebody else.
He had to go tell him and played himself all the way out of position. So I'm not playing a position. I'm just being me. So when she's sitting there saying all of this to me, I'm not really adding it up right then, because again, you told me you don't rock with niggas, so I don't even want to put this in my head, so to get myself in trouble. So she said, "Yo, I really rock with you because you don't talk, blah 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 blah." And then the next thing that came out her mouth was, "So you want to fuck?"
Come on.
I thought she was finna be like, Ty, you the type of nigga I could give some pussy to, and he wouldn't even say nothing. I thought she was gonna lead you in. No,
she did not. It was no lead. There was no segue. It was straight. Yo, you want to fuck? And I was like, I said, man, nigga, stop playing. This is me. Stop. Hold up. Because I'm still trying to respect you, right? Because we drinking. So I'm thinking you talking crazy because you lit off the alcohol, and then tomorrow you gonna regret it. So I'm saying to her, no, chill, man. You on the lick, man. That's the lick talking. She pulled off her fucking shirt and titties just flopped out.
Wasn't they pretty? Wasn't they pretty, Ty?
Man, I was like, where was those at?
Where them titties been all this time? I be dapping you up. I be hugging you. Where them titties be at?
And them titties came out. They look. She was like, so we doing this or not? Man, yo, and look. I was also like Black Ron. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to eat it because this is what she want. Nigga, when I went to go try that, she was like, nah, nigga, I want dick. She didn't want no head. She was like, look, I didn't even have a chance to put on a condom because she grabbed my shit so quick and put it in her. Like I was like, like you just
Sushi gang.
Like, I'm talking about, man, bruh. And unlike unlike you, Black Ron, I never felt uncomfortable. Like not even uncomfortable, because you ain't say uncomfortable. You said I felt awkward, and I never felt awkward around her. Like, so that was maybe another reason why she let me hit again, because I never came with the expectation, right? I never came with the expectation. It was always her initiating. So as long as she initiated, it happened. If it didn't happen, it didn't happen. But the fact that I never acted awkwardly, because she did tell me. Now I don't know if y'all had this conversation, but after we did it, she said, "Now look, don't tell nobody."
Oh yeah. Look, you get sworn to secrecy, like put that on the game, and don't you say nothing. You be like, I ain't gonna say nothing.
Don't you tell nobody. So I protected that secret. To this day, nobody knows who that is. But you know what I'm saying, that was
no. I was in there making tender sweet love to that lady, bro, because she went from being my homeboy to a beautiful woman in a short conversation, bro. Like it dawned on me, this is a gorgeous woman, and you got to remember, I was color struck at the time, so this is a gorgeous light-skinned woman with a banging ass body. I'm talking about, nigga, her feet was pretty and she was a basketball player.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Nigga, she supposed to have the jump stop feet, but no. Her feet was pretty, bro. Like, she came out the bathroom. She walked in the bathroom, my homeboy, and walked out the bathroom, one of the baddest yellow bitches I'd ever had at the time.
That nigga was in love, man. Love and love. In that
bro,
moment,
I'm in there holding her shoulders with. I'm in there hooky bucking, boy. Turtle backing, boy. Look, full turtle back.
Not the huckle buck, bro.
Full turtle back. Boy, hitting her with the hooky buck. And then next day, she was like, she went right back to being the homie. And it blew my mind. But from that point on, I knew how to be in that situation. The other lesbian women that I've hit since then, it's just like a sexual thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't read more into it. I don't try to turn you back in because you turned out. I don't try to turn you back in with the dick. No, I perform my perfunctory requirements. What is it that you need from me? Do you want some head? Do you need to get clapped down? Do you want to get slow stroked? You want to get forcefully Shannon Sharp from behind? Like, how do you want it? What Tyrese told the brat? What do you like? Whole lot of folk play right before we get it started. What do you like? Me on top, you in the late night. So I just need to know how you want me to get to you. Soon as you give me your service request, all right, if you go ahead and lay down, we'll go ahead and get this thing started. And I go in there and now I facilitate. And when it's all over, I'll be like, all right, my work here is done. I'll see you on the next go round.
Yo, that's it. Hey, that's dope. That's dope. Go ahead.
But Ty, did it change the way you look at studs from that point on? Like, do you be seeing through their clothes now and shit?
Well, look. It's. I think because just like you, I've had multiple experiences since then with so-called quote unquote studs. And with every time that has happened, it's been the same shit. As long as you act like you don't want it at all, you will get it. It's the niggas that be like, I want it. Oh, come on, girl, you know you want it. That they practice. Look, they practice saying no to y'all niggas so much. It's just a natural reflex at this point. So when you just don't press it at all, then they be like, oh, hold up, this nigga's a special kind of something. And it happens more than not. If you just play your position, you ain't even gotta be in it to win it. You just gotta just be there and in the right timing. Because that lick kick in, I don't know if it's a convenient forgetfulness. It's like
it's not always the liquor. Because like other women, they menstruate every month. They ovulate every month. And that ovulation window turns every woman into a sexual predator. When women are ovulating, bro, why you think your girl come back from the brunch ready to rape you almost, nigga? Like, she ovulating, boy. She done been around a whole bunch of other women. Everybody in the room coochie humming. It's inaudible, but it's a vibration nonetheless. Everybody coochie in there humming. That was hey boy. Hey, you really getting your engineer game on today. So it's just like a bunch of niggas at the strip club. When you go home, you do some deplorable things to your old lady. Girl, I was in a room full of debauchery. It was 80 other niggas in there. Everybody meat was hard. I had to come home to you. There was so much sexual tension in there. I needed some coochie real bad. Give me some of that coochie, please. That lady was clapping her booty right in my face. Her coochie bit me on the nose a little bit. I got up. I said, let me go home. I needs to be with my woman. right now. And that's where I'm at. And that's why I'm here. Open them legs and give me some coochie, please. Women do the same thing. They be in there airing, Pierre, that's Mufasa. And as soon as she get through scrolling at that shit, she put her phone down and come kiss you. I need to be touched by my man right now. My coochie humming.
Yeah.
So now I be looking at the studs. I be real quiet about it, but I can always tell the ones that like niggas still. Like to the point where it ain't even fun being with a regular bi girl, like a girl who announces that she likes niggas and chicks. Like, nah, bitch, you greedy. I want the girl that swore she was on Pepsi. That's who I want to get this Dr. Pepper to.
Oh man,
that girl who swore she only fuck with Skippy. That's who finna eat this Jif peanut butter jelly sandwich.
Yeah. I think that's and I won't even say it like it's rewarding, but I think it's more.
That's the exact word I was just finna use. I was say it's more rewarding.
I feel like it is. I wasn't gonna say it, but
it is, my nigga. It's like you accomplished.
It was something that wasn't on. It was never on my bucket list, right? It was nothing that I've never said. I was never in my thoughts one day and say, you know what? I want to go out here and have sex with a lesbian who's a stud, who acts and projects as though that she's a man, and I because there's no attraction there. But then it's like, yo, when you vibing with them, you kicking it with them and all of that stuff, and then you like I said, you get into that mode of you not even looking at them like a woman. They the homies. I ain't know you had no titties. You ain't no, because I don't look at my homeboys like that. So I'm not gonna look at you like that. Yeah, do I know you a woman? Yeah, I know that. But because you told me this is your preference, then I try to move accordingly. You know what I'm saying? And so when you
respecting the lie that you live.
That's it. Yep. And when you pull up on me the way you do, especially because you remember the conversations you and your homeboy or homegirl had. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you call them. You know what I'm saying? You literally done sat there and listened to her talk about. Man, I can't stand niggas. I never fuck a nigga. Nigga, I did. That shit sounds disgusting. Like, what man, nah, ain't like no nigga putting nah, that ain't happening. Hell nah. And you like, yeah, well, that's your thing. You know what I mean? Whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I've had a girl that I hit sit in front of me and some other niggas and talk about how she'll never let a nigga hit. And I'm sitting there like, I mean, hey, if you got your mind made up, bro, like it's really not even on you no more to have to prove that. It's up to niggas to respect that shit. And if a nigga don't respect that shit, that's why you got your brothers. We'll make sure a nigga respect you. And I'm sitting in the back of my mind like, girl, I know how your coochie tastes and smells. Right?
Yo, that's how they be though. That's how they be.
I know all 5 senses of your coochie. I know how your coochie look. I know how your coochie sound. I know how your coochie feels, smell, and taste.
Oh, man.
But I'm gonna keep your lie for you. It's just like when you with one of your partners and he get the line real hard and throw you in the lie. Yeah, so we in the club, you know what I'm saying? I meet the bitch. She say she's staying at the 4 Seasons. So, I pull up to the 4 Seasons. She in the penthouse and shit. You know what I'm saying? Then you walk up, you just looking at the nigga like, what? And then he see you looking at him. So now he got to throw you in the lie. My nigga Ty was with me. You know what I'm saying? Ty, you remember that time we went to the 4 Seasons? We kicked it with the girls. Shit, who's the girl you had? Now I'm giving you a chance to jump in this lie with me. Lie with me.
Hell nah. That would be me. I'll be like, nigga, what the fuck are you talking about?
These days, I'll leave a nigga out there. These days, I'm like, shut your man ass up, nigga. I ain't never been nowhere with you in no hotel room with no bitches. Nigga. 4 Seasons. And then you could have, bro, the lie would have been just as cool if you'd have said Doubletree. You had to say 4 Seasons.
Thank you, nigga.
You ain't never been in the 4 Seasons, motherfucker.
But it is 100% true though. You ain't told no lies here, Ron. Yo, it is a backdoor story to most, and I'm gonna say it. I'm saying it to most of you so-called studs. that out here like I never, ever until you do, and then you want that nigga to keep that secret all for the rest of your life. Nobody thought Young M.A. was getting them cheeks clapped the way she was out here talking so hard, speaking so hard in them raps, until you find out that there's possibly truth to the fact that maybe somebody did clap them cheeks. And niggas have come out and said certain things that may or may not be true. Who knows? But
and you know what? It would be a better situation if girls go ahead and come out and say, yes, I identify as a lesbian. That is my relationship preference. But my sexual preference is fluid. You know what I'm saying? But now, because see, now they got people saying it's gay for a straight man to want to knock down a stud lesbian. Just because you masculine presenting, I don't give a fuck. You shave all your hair off, go get a mastectomy. You speak with your deepest voice. You could be like old girl in BMF. At the end of the day, if we both take off our underwear, we don't have the same products.
Not at all.
So what we do together can't be gay. By the very definition of homosexual, the fact that me and you have congruent underwear ingredients is the reason why what we doing ain't gay. So if I'm gay for being a straight man and being able to appreciate the beauty, the sex appeal, the body parts of a woman who spends her whole day trying to convince everybody that she a boy, I ain't gay. She deranged. You want to put labels on motherfuckers, put the label on her ass.
Got some identity issues, but
yeah, she the motherfucker walking around playing a game of Clue. Who am I today? How I feel right now. I woke up a nigga, I'm going to bed a nigga. I woke up liking coochie, I'm going to bed liking coochie. She got coochie. I don't give a fuck if she also have all the coldest Jordans. It's coochie that's wearing them Jordans. I don't give a fuck if her motherfucking crossover so goddamn raw, she'll shake any nigga in the gym out his shoes. It's coochie that's crossing that ball over. I don't give a fuck if she got hands like Clarissa Shields mixed with Layla Ali, mixed with, what was Joe Frazier's daughter's name? All them. That's coochie throwing them punches, my boy. I don't give a fuck if she a police officer. I don't give a fuck if she in the military. I don't give a fuck if she shave her head bald. I don't give a fuck if she's a professional bodybuilder. Shout out to Sam Cash. I don't give a fuck what she does to present herself. As long as when your chromosomes pull up, it says XX, and my chromosomes say XY, I'm your guy. Shout out Nico Debonair.
All right, man. Yo, I don't know where that came from, but I'm glad we got that out. I mean, I don't.
How do we get on that?
I literally,
I don't even know how we got the subject.
It was
the Met Gala. We was talking about the Met Gala, and then somebody said somebody looked gay, and then
rabbit hole extreme. Way rabbit hole. This is when it started. This is when it pivoted. Ron said the word.
Man, I went off on a tangent right there. My bad.
You said story time, and we both was like,
shout out to my very first time with a dyke. It was very special. Remember.
And then we turned the boys to whatever it was. So yeah, this was a fascinating. This was not.
We should make this a recurring segment, because we have. I know if Ron got stories, I got stories for days, and oh my god, yeah, it's some stories. It's some stories to be told.
Yeah. It's your turn, Vince. When did you get some lesbian vagina?
I cannot. This is not stand up set.
That boy glitch right there. Tuesday come after Monday. Yeah, that nigga.
The only one I've ever been with.
I can't. I'm still a virgin.
All I do is read my Bible and love my wife. I was a virgin before I met my wife. AC Green, what they call me. AC Green, what they call me.
Right. I was Darius McCrary from Family Matters. Yeah, all the way up until.
No, he got a boyfriend now. Don't do that.
Okay, I'm talking about. Oh damn. Okay, I forgot. I didn't even know about that. Okay, 10-4. Whatever.
He got a boyfriend now. I say boyfriend in the sense that his girlfriend was born a boy. He goes with a Sydney Star, I believe.
Oh, okay. Each his own. Each his own. All right. Well, gentlemen, it went left.
How you go from Superhead to Sydney Star? These niggas too freaky for me. How you go from a professional meat gobbler to a professional meat owner? I don't understand.
Goggler. Yo, look. All right. Well, listen. If y'all don't want to talk basketball, then I will say my.
We can talk basketball.
Yeah, if you want to talk basketball, we can talk a little basketball. I mean, they are at the end of just about the end of the season. We're at the semifinals right now. Lakers did. Oh wow. Okay. I guess you ain't feel it. You ain't feel the basketball, Ron. Oh damn.
No, I'm celebrating.
The Lakers didn't make it. I thought your boy was going. He was. Oh well, if you just will it, so. Solo was
GPS, CPS, UPS. Lakers denied.
Yeah. So there's still a Cali team in it though. Out of the teams left, do y'all have any idea who you think might be in the finals at the end of this whole thing?
No, but I believe that the Western Conference Finals is going to be Golden State versus OKC.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I think OKC is who's playing Minnesota? OKC, right?
No, Minnesota's playing Golden State.
Golden State. I think Golden State is going to beat Ant-Man, and I think OKC is going to beat freaking Denver Nuggets because they beat the Denver Nuggets already.
In what? In the playoff? You mean? In the playoffs? You mean?
Yeah.
No, they lost. Denver won that game last night.
No, about last year. They've already proven they can beat the Denver Nuggets team.
No, you mean last year? You mean last year?
Proven that. Yeah.
I think Denver beat them last year in the first round, and then Minnesota beat them.
Oklahoma City went to the Western Conference Finals
last year.
Yeah, they beat the Denver Nuggets to go to the Western Conference Finals.
I thought that
and
was the
we beat them.
I thought that was the Timberwolves. It wasn't?
No, we played the Timberwolves first, and then we played the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Okay.
The Dallas Mavericks.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm glad Luka ass at the house. Go home, honey. I wish you would leave us and think you're gonna go get a ring, bitch. No. Go home, ho ass nigga. They got fishing in Cancun. Go get you some.
No, I have to say somebody happy. Okay, so I mean, I don't know, man.
Only because everybody celebrated. They celebrated when AD got hurt. They celebrated when Kyrie got hurt. They celebrated the fact that Derek Lively and PJ Washington were all hurt. Like all of our strongest weapons haven't had a chance to really gel together yet. So niggas was like, Dallas Mavericks, y'all got rid of Luka. And I'm like, Luka took out around to a
Well, I mean, Go ahead and gloat now.
Y'all got the old nigga and the alcoholic. The old nigga and the alcoholic. Yeah. That's what the Lakers are. The old man and the alcoholic.
We had to see. So do y'all think that this because the Celtics is still in it, right?
Yeah, the Celtics.
Yeah,
but
they hurt.
The Celtics lost game 1 against the Knicks yesterday.
Yeah, I got the Knicks over the Celtics. I got the Knicks to go all the way, actually.
Cleveland.
Oh, wow.
Cleveland lost their first game against Indiana last night as well. So it's
gonna be Cleveland versus Knicks for the Eastern Conference Finals, and it's gonna be Oklahoma City versus Golden State for the Western Conference Finals.
The top seeds in the playoffs all lost yesterday. So
yeah, that's another thing. All the best teams took a L.
Can I ask y'all something? Mm-hmm. As NBA fans, are y'all excited by these semifinals?
Yes and no. The play-in has kind of fucked up the postseason for me. I'm one of those people that believes, like, if you didn't get it done in the 82 games of the regular season, how all of a sudden you turn it on in the fucking play-in? That tells me that you've been bullshitting for the large part of the fucking season. Like, we talk about Jimmy Butler all the time. We say, well, playoff Jimmy is a different Jimmy. Why? Why? Nigga, why you the same every fucking time you go out there? We don't say that between regular season LeBron and playoff LeBron, or regular season Steph and playoff Steph. We never said, well, playoff Jordan, that's a different Jordan right there. We never said, well, wait till Kobe get in the playoffs. Then he really gonna show up. Because if you that nigga every time you put the fucking jersey on. You don't wait till May.
Ty, the play-in is similar to the wild card type.
It basically allows the two teams that wouldn't normally get into the playoffs an opportunity to get in the playoffs. So
but they still have to. Go ahead, my bad.
They still have to play.
They have to win one game.
They have to play, and then they're seeded. Well, yeah. They have to. They really have to play 2 games, but one game is for the seventh slot. The other game is for the 8th slot. So this year's play-in tournament, the people that made it in through the play-in tournament was the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Golden State Warriors. Now, I kind of disagree a little bit with Black Ron as far as like it messing everything up. If there were no play-in this year, Golden State or Minnesota would not have gotten in. And Minnesota
nor Miami.
No, on the eastern side, yeah, Miami and I don't know who the other team was that made it in through the play on the east side.
Was it Memphis?
Nah, the Memphis is on the west.
Memphis is west.
On the east, Atlanta. It was Atlanta. I think it was Atlanta. Yeah, Atlanta got in through the playing game and everything like that. But sometimes, like for a team like Golden State, who had a lot of issues throughout the regular season, and Steph and them not gelling and all of that kind of stuff. Once Jimmy got there, they were able to turn their season around, but they were still in a deep hole. So the fact that they were allowed to play in the play-in tournament because they turned their season around, and now they're thriving within the playoffs because again, Golden State knocked off the number 3 seed in Houston or 4th seed in Houston, maybe 5th seed. I don't even know what Houston was ranked. I think they were 2nd. I wanted to say they were 2nd.
Houston had a top seed. They got bumped down really fucking far by losing in the play-in.
So Houston, no, not Houston. Houston,
losing in the playoffs.
Yeah. Houston was the 2nd seed. Golden State was able to knock them off in the first round. Then you had the Lakers, who were the 3rd seed, and they got knocked off by the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round. So
Minnesota was the 6th seed, right?
No, Minnesota was the 8th seed, and Golden State was the 7th seed.
Who was the first seed in the West?
Oh, OKC.
That's who the 8th seed should have played. By right.
By right. By right. But what they do is since they got the number 1 overall seed, they basically got a bye. In essence, they got a bye. A bye. Yeah. Like look, so OKC played they play in the first round. Oh, excuse me. I'm wrong. The 8th seed was Dallas. Was it Dallas?
We didn't make it. We lost in the play-in.
So who was the 8th seed in the West?
Memphis Grizzlies, I want to say.
Okay, that's who it was, Memphis. So they played Memphis. They did play the 8th seed. So
yeah, they played OKC, yeah.
So the 7th seed was Golden State, and the 6th seed was Minnesota. So the play-in brought in Golden State and Memphis. And Memphis got mollywopped in the first round.
I've always said that the only even matchup in the playoffs is the 4th and 5th seed. Everybody else is designed to get mollywopped or upset. Like you take the Dallas Mavericks in our 2011 run. Nigga, every team we faced was supposed to be them guys. We swept the Lakers the year after they won a championship. First round of the playoffs, my nigga. Like, we swept the Lakers. And it was an upset. That when you how could you put okay, let's say you got a team like a Golden State back in the day when they was 73-9. And now you got an 8th seed that was really the 10th seed, but they fought their way through the play-in, and now they're in the playoffs. And you're telling me that now they get to play against a team that was 73-9, and based off of a certain amount of factors and shit, they could fuck around and win that series. And now the 10th ranked team just put out the 1st ranked team, and that makes sense to people.
I mean, it's just I don't know, man. It gives that I guess what it's trying to do is, because what the East was doing for so many years, which they had very poor play in the East, in the Eastern Conference, where all of the teams were like had losing records in the from the fourth seed down, they had losing records getting into the playoffs. And so the playoff,
back when you could make it to the playoffs with less than 50 wins.
Yeah, you could get in the playoffs in the East with a less than 500 record. And now I think that was that. I think that's what they really instituted the whole play-in for. And plus that bubble season with COVID, I think that's what started it. The bubble season with COVID, and the fact that they were trying to find a different way to move and make the NBA more entertaining. So
the fact that they had to institute the in-season tournament to bring the best out of these niggas, man, yep. I don't understand how cats is making more money than they've ever been, playing fewer games than they've ever played. All this load management and shit. Nobody plays in back-to-back games if you're a star and shit no more. Like, our era of basketball, our generation of basketball, the 90s and the early 2000s, that shit would have never fucking happened, bro. And now you got all these cats making all this bread to sometimes play a game and sometimes play it to the best of their ability. And then today, when it's the in-season tournament and it's some more bread on the line, now you want to show up and play your ass off? This shit used to be about the children, my nigga.
Yeah. Yeah, this is it's the NBA is based upon what the decisions of the commissioner and the league makes. And I think that's why in the 90s you saw things being done a whole different way. David Stern ran the league, and he was very, very like controlling in the way that he handled the league. A lot of people complained about that, but when you look back at what type of product was being put out there, to your point, players were not, sitting. Players were playing. Players were tough. The game was more physical. It wasn't a finesse game. Back then, when David Stern ran the league, European players didn't have as much success, and which is why you only saw a couple of them in the league at a time. Now you see that the league is flooded with European players, and they're having way more success in the league. And it just talks about the culture and how things move in the NBA. So I think we lost Black Ron.
Oh, damn.
I think we lost. Yeah, I think we lost Black Ron.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, damn. That actually works.
Trying to wrap up. We should probably start trying to wrap up it anyway because it's already 2
cool.
hours.
That would be cool. So on the way out, I did want to at least get off my little spill because I've been waiting to talk, and this don't got to take long, but it's exciting for me. So whatever. But in the world of baseball right now, because we are amidst the beginning, or at least the first half of the 162 season, I do gotta go ahead and shout out my boy, because what's been said out there right now is that baseball is soft. And to a degree, I get it. Yeah, you can't slide your cleats and spikes into people at second base without penalty anymore. And yeah, you can't just, everybody ain't fighting. And there's a lot of dugouts running towards the field without actually fighting or even exchanging words. I get it. Yeah. But in the realm of just being a tough ass athlete, yo, that shit still exists. I mean, like tough athlete like Andre Dawson get hit in the face, I'm gonna fight you before I leave the field type tough. James McCann get hit in the face, I'm still going to first base type tough. Like Austin Riley, get hit, damn, I done fractured my wrist, but I'm still gonna make the bases type tough. Like that shit still exists in 2025. And could I present to the court right now Exhibit A, none other than the one and only Fernando Tatis. Fernando Tatis is, if I stand here in front of you today, the living, breathing Iron Man for right now, because this motherfucker is a badass, a whole ass, in my opinion. Now, this is just me. Now, maybe I'm being a little, I'm saying, I'm fanning out a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But the dude that had hella walk-offs, he been walking off motherfuckers. Oh, my bad. That's not supposed to be you. Ha ha ha. This motherfucker that had hella walk-offs. And in the last weekend, he showed you. Now, if these motherfuckers had Fernando the whole year last year, damn, they might have hit 100 wins, even though ain't nobody hit 100 wins last year. But don't forget, the Dodgers damn near didn't make it to the World Series because this motherfucker and his team stood in the way. And he got that same energy this year. Let me point you to Exhibit A, then I'm going to go ahead and get on up out of here. So just over the weekend, the San Diego Padres had to face a New York Yankees team that was really, really out to get the ball, in my opinion. Now, this looked like to me, like they hit him on purpose. I mean, look, I don't know. You can say what you want to say, but he ended up getting hit, and he got it. Now, listen. Oh, shoot. Is this the hit? No, my bad. Here's the hit. Yeah. Boom. All right. So the Pittsburgh Pirates, it was the Pirates that hit him. The Pirates hit him. But look at his whelp. Look at his arm. The arm get all whelped up.
Of course.
He gets all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? This is just a few days ago. All right. Arm swole. Look like a whole golf ball on his arm. All right. So they mess around. They don't do too well in that particular series. But they come back, and here it is now against the Yankees. He's not necessarily liking these calls. All right. These calls, not necessarily the best. He ends up getting into a one-on-one dispute with
Ain't called that a strike,
umpire. And he goes to his ear, and this is what I wanted to know. And he lets him know how he feels about him. And I think that's kind of, I mean, there's something to be said about that too. You know what I'm saying? Like, the motherfucker, like, man, I don't give a fuck. Hey, puss ass nigga. What he said? I don't know what he said. That shit. Puss ass. Hey, puss ass, fuck boy, bitch. what you think he said?
Right, so that nigga, you need to get your eyes checked. That's probably what he told you. You need to get your eyes checked.
He said, "I'll be in your." He said, "So fuck that shit." Like, hey, your wife follow me, nigga.
Nah, if he just said, listen, if he just said some fucked up shit, the ump would have kicked his ass out the game, nigga. Don't play.
He did. That's what he just did. He got kicked out. Did you see that? He kicked him right out.
I just thought he said go.
No, he kicked him out. He kicked him out. That's what happened. That's why Shield came up and was all mad. This was
really
this is Shield.
That was the weakest get out of here I've ever seen, bro. Like I've never seen anybody get kicked out of the game with a point that just is like this. I mean, they usually go like that or whatever, or get you out of here or whatever. This is the weakest get out of here I've ever seen by an ump in life.
I've seen him weaker.
There's no way that was. I thought he was calling a strike on the wrong side of the bag. That's what what it looked like. It definitely didn't look like get out of here. It looked like go to your dugout.
Nah, man. And
you're saying you watched this game and at that moment he got kicked out of the game in the 9th minute.
Yes, and that look. Listen, this is why Mike Shield comes out of the dugout because he kicked him out. I tell you, he kicked him out the game, got him all fucked up, got him all hyped up and shit. You know what I'm saying? So that happened, but that's not the point. The point I wanted to make was Fernando Tatis comes back in crazy fashion as if he hadn't gotten hit. The dude actually had a brace on in this motherfucker, had a brace on, but at the same time, while he's sitting nursing this injury, he manages to okay, let me describe what happens on this play. Fernando Tatis hit a ball, got on to first base. He then stole second base, okay, and then stole third base, okay, and then sat there and proceeded to wait for him to possibly drop the ball in the dirt. As soon as he goes to the dirt, he beams while the ball is still at home plate. While his hand is fucked. He ain't worried about whether it hurts, whether he gonna be able to slide because his arm is all fucked. Boy, he went full speed and then he got that right under the shit. This is the fuck. This is what I thought that shit, dog. This thing is real. This is just one of the most recent things. He has been single-handedly, offensively and defensively to an extent with the exception of Manny Machado holding this team down. I got to give it up for Bogey, too. He's doing his thing. Jackson Merrill ain't even there yet. And don't forget, they don't got Jerickson no more. Now, true enough, they do have your boy Jason Hayward, and he's been proven, he's been using his, he's been proven to do his thing. But the nigga Fernando, they got one of the best records in the league. I think they were 22 and they're right there with
they're half a game. They're half a game behind the Dodgers.
The Dodgers, right? So they don't have that allure that the Dodgers got because of some of the acquisitions they've had, but they have the gravitas, the balls. Like, yo, you got a motherfucker like this playing. All right, bro, he stole all the bases. He stole all the bases while playing injured. This is your lead guy. You don't think the rest of the team feeds off this? You know what I'm saying? Bro, and I'm just saying, this is baseball right now. Fernando Tatis. Now, I argue he's the best baseball player in the league right now. And I know the first thing you'd be like is, oh, you say he's better than Ohtani? I didn't say that. I said he's the best baseball player. I think all of those other players each have a category that they excel in. As far as Ohtani is concerned, he's a hitter who's also a pitcher who can steal bases. Definitely. Probably best. I mean, you could argue that 2024 season best baseball player this year ain't his year yet, baby.
He can pretty much do whatever he wants to do on the field. I mean, like,
but this year, yeah.
He could. And I agree with you about the whole Tatis Jr. Argument, but before I put Ohtani in that discussion, I would argue that as far as a baseball player, that Pete Crow Armstrong is
okay.
probably got something to say about who the
Okay.
best baseball player in baseball is right now. He's
hear you.
arguably playing better than Tatis. I think he's got 9 home runs. He's got 9 home runs. What is like if we pull up his stats right now? Like his stats are off the charts. Let me pull up his stats, man, because and it's all leading to wins for the Cubs, the Chicago Cubs, who I think you mentioned that at the beginning of the year that they were gonna probably make.
Yeah, they're a powerhouse. I mean, because they still have Ian Happ, who's a silent killer. They still have Michael Bush, who also was hitting them out the park last year. And Pete didn't even reach his full potential last year. He was just kind of coming up and under the wings. The only thing that I'm a little concerned with about for the Cubs is that they did just lose Shota Imanaga for the next 15 days. And I don't know if his leg injury is going to fuck with his ability to lead the team as a pitcher. He's one of the best things that's happened to them as well. That's why they're gelling so well right now, because all the acquisitions are making sense. And again, just putting the cherry on top with Cal Tucker, definitely. But yeah, Pete is a whole beast. I love his attitude. I like that one of his favorite players in sports is Dennis Rodman. I love that he you know, Pete, you remind me of Pete remind me of that cool ass white boy that was on the basketball team. You know what I'm saying? You know, the cool white, you know, the cool dude. He was like, you know, he might not live in the hood, but he get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's Pete or not. You remind me.
That's probably not Pete at all. That's probably not Pete at all.
Have you seen his interviews? Have you seen his interviews?
Yeah, I've seen
Let's listen to him.
0 for 16 to start my career, so maybe that's why I switched it. I'm not really the one that likes to get hyped before they play. Kind of do the opposite. I like to listen to something a little slower, like some reggae and some Bob Marley. I don't know. Casey Musgrave's got a great voice, and I liked her because I had a big crush on her growing up. So stuff like that. Some more peaceful and quiet sounds for my pregame routine. Hey there, this is Pete Crow Armstrong. I'm here with Genius, and these are the walk-up songs I keep in rotation.
I'm not doing all that.
Yeah,
maybe not.
Pete Crow gives me. I love NASCAR. I drink beer. You know, I occasionally partake in some marijuanas from time to time. And I might, but he gives me that. He gives me that, and that's cool. I'm not here to critique his pastimes. I'm talking about what this man's been able to do on the field this year thus far. Right now, his stats. Let's see, because I don't know if you pulled up Tatis stats, but right now it looks like 2025. Right now, Pete is averaging a 272 batting average, which is tied for 56th. He's got 9 home runs, which is tied for 6th best in the MLB. He's got 26 RBIs, which is tied for 11th in the MLB. His OPS is 867, tied for 35th in the MLB. But it's more about not just his stats, right? It's what you see with the eye. What is that? What your eyes tell you when you see Pete Crow Armstrong chase a ball, the level of speed that this motherfucker gets to the ball with is amazing. And mind you, this dude does this on the base too. He will steal, and if you don't catch him as soon as he leaps, he's got you. So this is one of those players that I think does everything. You can look the arm, the speed, the hitting, the robbing you, the glove. This guy could, I think let's talk about Tatis' stats though. I know he's got some major stats too.
we got 8 stolen bases thus far.
All right.
8 home runs. I know Pete has 9, I believe.
Yep.
We've got 1 triple, 4 doubles, 40 hits. Right now his on base percentage is .387. His slug is .943. Average is .317.
.317. He's batting average. Okay. He's got Pete.
Yes. And this is just offense. Like you, they're both outfielders. Okay. So they both have made tremendous plays, right? But I think Pete's in the center field, Nando's in right field.
And
so I think Pete's gonna have a better. He's gonna look. He's probably gonna have some better a better highlight reel of plays. And I'm gonna say Pete's probably a little faster. You know, Pete's faster. You know, around the bases. But goddamn, bro, Fernando is just a beast. And I'm not trying to take away from Pete, but the shit that I've seen happen with Nando, I have yet to see with Pete. I want to see. I mean, I don't want to see Pete play hurt, but hopefully he never has to. But like, I don't know. I just that motherfucker Fernando keeps stealing home. He does this all the time. Like it's not. So it's just happened this time, and it's just impressive. So I like both of these candidates for tough men in the MLB in Major League Baseball right now. For those that say it's just soft, I do agree that there is some of that is now in there with the whole pitchers not going, you know, past like 4 or 5 innings no more, and bullpen people like closers only do 3 outs. You know, I get it, you know. But with regard to like the culture, I think it's in good hands if it's motherfuckers like this, like Pete Crow Armstrong and Fernando Tatis.
And yo, so far this year, Pete Crow Armstrong is the kryptonite for the Dodgers. he's the kryptonite.
Game.
I mean, what do you mean they won? What they I think he was. They
didn't win when they were in Tokyo.
They didn't win either of the games.
No.
Whoa! I don't believe that.
No, they went home and it looked bad, and that's why it was so impressive when they started coming back, and then they started winning the rest of the games. They started beating them like because they had to go to Chicago after that.
Oh, okay, yeah, maybe that's what I'm talking about then, because that's what I said. Like I saw when Pete came in the game, and I think one game he had 3 home runs against them, like 2 or 3 home runs against them. Yeah, Pete is one to watch. I think later it'll be, especially towards the middle of the season, I think his stats will kind of round out, and you'll see, you know, the amazing numbers he's putting up. But again, it's the stats that you can't necessarily, you know, quantify, which is that speed, that, you know, the ability to rob someone and run up that wall and go grab one and take it away from the opposing team. I too, like I said, share the fact that I think Tatis Jr. is an elite player all around, with a good pedigree, mind you. But this surgence of Pete Crow Armstrong for the Chicago Cubs, he's looking like a leader right now, and his team is better for it.
I think he has age on his side too. I know Tatis is 26. I think Pete's like 23 or something like that.
Yeah.
So he's definitely on the upward trend. But yeah, I mean, in Chicago, fucking loves this dude. Like, I think that he might be. I'm not sure what. I'm not completely familiar with his contract right now. But if he has anything less than 3 years left on his contract, then he's going to be up for a big payday if he's approaching free agency. Now, I think Chicago do the right thing, but yeah, he's given franchise vibes. So good on him. But yeah, man, I just wanted to go ahead and shout that out right quick. It was quite the conversation today.
Yeah. Story time got a little crazy. It's not a typical stand-up sports bar conversation, but that's the thing, man. You never know. You can come through and we'll be talking sports, and we have some very wise individuals and funny guys, and story time could, you never know what you could learn here on
I definitely learned a lot. I sure did. I don't know to learn it, but I did learn it nevertheless. Shout out to everybody who tuned in. Appreciate you, man. It definitely means a lot. We'll be back next week with updates and whatnot if need be. I do want to shout out also, even though he didn't even make it to the show, Bo P had came in and I think I was supposed to promote something. I don't know if I was still supposed to do it or not. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Bo P pulled up for a second, and shout out to Solo. I'm pretty much just showing these because I made them, and I feel like if I don't, then I'm gonna waste of time. So, yep, other than that, man, we will see y'all next time. Also, don't forget New Bird Order on Saturday, 10 a.m. Appreciate you, and on the flip, deuce.